What's good with the collective? Y'all know we back with another banger, another reaction. I appreciate everybody who been tapping in, running up, and subbing up. If you new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop them uploads. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos every smooth 7. And this is for entertainment purposes as well. And when you like and comment and subscribe to the channel, helps collective grow, helps collective get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content tap in with this content. Shout out to the collective again. If you haven't subbed up, it's all good. It's all love, man. I wish you was smooth 7. I also want to tell y'all, so some of y'all in the collective, y'all was like, bro, I've been rocking with you for a minute since like you first started. So I went back, right? I started watching the old videos. I appreciate y'all for bearing with me all the way till now. Bro, I seen the growth. I see the comments and y'all be like, bro, it's growth. We came a long way. I feel like we came a long way. I appreciate it, man. I wouldn't change it for the world. If I had to redo it again, I'll redo it again. But I appreciate y'all if y'all stuck all the way through. And if you just tapping in, thank you. But I ain't gonna hold you. Might be a longer video with a trigger warning or 2. I hope not. Y'all know what it is though. Let's get straight to the video, man. Let's go.
If there was one food you'd never eat undercooked, pork would be it. This is a tapeworm they're pulling out from her stomach. Usually you get this from eating undercooked meat. They can grow up to 30 feet long and can live for 20 years plus. You're gonna get weight loss, nausea, vomiting, nutritional deficiencies. And the crazy part, people have actually intentionally eaten these eggs to have a tapeworm so they get weight loss. Not something I recommend at all.
Gabe. Quiet. Quiet.
I keep telling y'all better stop playing with the spiritual realm, thinking that paranormal activity is just paranormal activity and won't nothing happen to you. You're going to find yourself in a lot of trouble. So it's a video going around right now where a spirit or some sort of paranormal being attached itself to an Elmo balloon. And of course, people watching it in the comments thinking this shit a game, and it's really not. Matter of fact, look at this shit. Look at the balloon. I'm gonna give you the backstory, but look at this shit. This shit is about to walk up the stairs. And they're not doing this. Matter of fact, I'm not even, y'all wanna see it? You go to her page. So let me give you the backstory. This lady, she bought a balloon for her son. She's sitting in the house, she see the balloon doing some weird shit. She says, you know what? Maybe I'm bugging. Let me record this shit. So the weird shit that she seen the balloon doing is, the balloon starts floating around the house. It goes to the basement door and it stops at the basement door. Mind you, when this balloon is floating, it will go anywhere in the house except in that basement door. As you seen, the balloon just went up the stairs. The balloon goes all around this house, but every time the balloon comes to the basement door, it stops. But guess what? Anytime that the balloon goes to the basement door and the son that she bought the balloon for goes in the basement, guess what the balloon does? It goes in the basement. See, I keep telling y'all gonna find yourself in a lot of trouble. The spiritual realm is not to be played with. I honestly didn't even want to look at that video in my house. I honestly don't want that video on my page. It's crazy. Keep playing, you're gonna find out. I'm out.
Not collective. Y'all sent that, multiple people sent that clip right there. And this is my first time watching it. I kept saying Elmo, haunted Elmo balloon, what? Like I couldn't my mental couldn't grasp like what the video was even. Just reading the title, it was like, bro, what in the hell? But y'all all sent it, so I was like, it must be something cool. First clip, I would have had to pop that mug, bro. We gotta pop it. I'd have been throwing hands with the damn balloon. Like, it would have had to take it there. But the backstory, get the balloon out of there, bro. Like, what? Your son go in there and it go in there too, but it won't go in there unless your son. Yeah, come on, bro. Y'all ain't watched enough scary movies. I hope if they watching this, to the family that's watching this, get rid of the balloon and try to move. Try to figure out the issue, but don't let it get to the point where it's too late. Like, don't think it's all fun and games and then till your ass get hurt. That's my best advice. Spam up y'all thoughts, man.
Help me show this to the Americans. I have been trying to get this message across to them, but TikTok is not being very helpful. So click the buttons, do the stuff, please. A lot of you have been asking if there was any country in the recent history that has successfully fought off early stages of India has. And the reason you're not hearing about it as much on this app is because there are not that many Indians on this app. Because India banned TikTok right after we fought off early stages of fascism. I'm not in India, that's why I'm posting right now, but I am Indian. So, those of you who've been going through the stages of gender, what stage are we on? India made it to step 7. And we managed to table it over there. It's been 5 years since. We have not moved. We haven't moved back either. So it's not entirely resolved, but it's been indefinitely tabled over there. So let me tell you, in 2019 to 2020, there were historic protests, made the news worldwide. We broke world records with how much and the kind of protests we did in India for this, because Modi's government introduced a bill called CAA and NRC, if you want to look them up, and they're very similar to what Trump is currently trying to do with the deportations of undocumented people, immigrants, and trying to take away birthright citizenship. India's was similar and simultaneously worse, because in India's case, Modi, those two bills essentially would make it such, it would make a couple of million people stateless, with nowhere to go, because their parents and their grandparents and their great-grandparents are all Indian. These are people whose roots tie back to India before India was a liberated country that Modi's trying to make stateless. It's not like we're gonna deport you to where your migrant parents or grandparents came from. No, these are Indian people from the freaking start. How many people do you know who migrate to India? They don't. These were Indian people. So those of you who've been going through the stages of what stage are we on? India made it to step 7. And we managed to table it over there. It's been 5 years since. We have not moved. We haven't moved back either. So it's not entirely resolved, but it's been indefinitely tabled over there. It's like, oh, we really can't act on these. Because people united collectively and they were like, no. Those are our people that you're trying to make homeless. And we all know from seeing what's happening in America right now, when you try to deport that many people, what happens? They go to camps. That's why was called in India fairly early on by the official organization, and at some point finally the EU took notice and they were like, we see what you're doing, and they wrote a very heavy legal open letter to India being like, stop it, we know where this goes, stop it. Of course India was trying to hide their face and be like, we're fine, but the Indians were very happy because we were like, finally we need outside intervention to make this maniac stop. Unfortunately, COVID onto the scene then. Unfortunately, because that's how the protests finally stopped, which lasted over a year. It was because of COVID, not because we were done protesting. But obviously we didn't want to spread. But after that, the government learned that if they try to enact the laws that would make these people stateless and go into camps, the whole country will rise up and be like, you can't do that. So since then, we have been tabled at step 7. It's been 5 years now. We haven't moved up, which... good enough at this point, given the state of the world. And Trump, Modi, they're like this. They're like BFFs. They both have the same idols. And yes, I'm referring to the mustache man. Modi also looks at him like a guidebook. It is terrifying and disturbing. And Modi and Trump have their own love story. You should look up pictures of them. I haven't seen Trump give Melania that much love and affection. No, seriously, look them up. They're jarring. Or maybe they'll give you a laugh if you need one. Happy to answer any questions. Please get this out to the Americans so that they can research this if it helps them in any way. There were so many different protest tactics and everything else. Like, I just need to let people know. That's all.
I think I have definitive proof that we are now on 2 different servers on TikTok. There is American TikTok on its own server with its own search results and its own feed and algorithm, and then there is the rest of the world. And I'm gonna show you video proof of that. So in essence, when you go and search for something as random as the smallest man who've ever lived, who dominated this app for a while, on my end, I live in Europe and I have a European IP, it shows up, like the whole result shows up. However, as you've seen on that video, Americans, when they type that, they have a different result. They find the smallest woman who ever lived, which is basically censorship at its maximum. And I've seen so many search results regarding negative propositions involving men that are literally being flagged as harassment and bullying. So it begins.
Okay, y'all. I look like shit, but I need to show you guys my air filter in my house. There's fog everywhere, and I've been feeling like respiratory issues for like a couple days now, like basically since the fog started. And I decided after seeing all the fog videos on TikTok, I would come and change my filter, which I do every month because I keep them on deck. I have like, ooh, Lord, I have like 8 of these and they're expensive, but I keep them on deck. What in the actual... Look at this filter, y'all. I've never pulled out a filter this dark in my life. This is not normal. It's black. Look at the new one. Oh my God, y'all. Oh my God. This is crazy. I'm sorry. This isn't normal, yo. It's not normal. This fog is not normal. This is not normal. Never in my life have I ever seen a filter like this. Never. I change these all the time. I have a ton of them. This is banana.
So, I seen a couple comments, and some of y'all was like, "Hey, bro, you need. I'm out here where all the fog is at, and you need to check your filters. You need to check your HVAC filters." And y'all was sending me certain clips. There we go. There's some proof. So, to anybody out there who had that fog, man, check your filter. Yeah, check your filter, bro. Like, switch them things out so that. I mean, with all the stuff that they putting in the atmosphere, come on, bro. It's the fog, it's the chemtrails, and it's for entertainment purposes. We just playing here. But y'all get what I'm getting at. Y'all spam with y'all thoughts and opinions. Let me know.
So now you're telling me that a UFOologist, by the way, I didn't even know that was a word, claims to have found the corpse of a 700-year-old alien in Peru. Now, buckle up, because today's ride is a bumpy one. Not only that, but a private flight crew of the Bahamas has now reported seeing orbs and photographing and videoing them in the most clear video ever to date, and I am still looking for that, so I want to know if you guys have seen that. But also, where I live in Las Vegas is now getting the orb reports. And I have personally seen these videos, not only by you guys sending them to me, but also from friends that actually got video footage of them when they were in their hot tub the other night. Now, if that isn't cool enough, the orbs allegedly, and I do believe this, kept all flights from coming in and out of Las Vegas for over 4 hours about a week ago. Now, here's another thing. The fog that we've been talking about. The fog just rolled into Vegas. It is Mind you, it's February, the coldest month in Las Vegas, and today it is 76 degrees. The fog rolled in, and I have been sick for 2 days. Now, obviously, this might all add up. It might not, but I want to know what you think. Have you heard these things? And a monolith in the UK apparently just showed up. So have you heard this? Have you not? Tell me what you think. Let's have this conversation. Obviously, everything is for entertainment, learning, conversation, and education purposes only, but I want to know what you guys know because things are just heating up.
What's a high IQ conspiracy that you believe with your entire existence to be true? I'm talking something way out there to the point that if you told somebody, they would probably recommend that you get medicated.
Spam up y'all answer.
Want to see something awesome? Go to whitehouse.gov. You can thank me later.
The hell's on whitehouse.gov. And I wanted to ask y'all, well, I know for me, the clip early on with the woman that said she was from India and she said that it was her message to Americans. That's definitely a new rabbit hole for me. Like, for me to hear that, I was like, wait, let me just go pull that thread. Spam your thoughts and opinions on that. If you're American, even if you're not, spam your thoughts and opinions on like what y'all feel about that. Let me know. So when I go diving, I can have y'all opinions and thoughts and, you know, ideas in my head. So when I'm diving, I'm keeping everything up and minded. So spam it up. Let me know what y'all know.
I'm gonna go ahead and say it because everybody else is scared to say it or address the elephant in the room. Elon Musk have a lot over Donald Trump head. And that's why he's allowed to do what he's doing. Because if it ever comes out that Elon Musk cheated for Donald Trump, the MAGA people are gonna go through the emotions, and obviously the truth is gonna come out. So that's why he's in the Oval Office now. That's why he's having conference and Donald Trump is sitting there doing nothing. There you go. I said it. Y'all wanted to say it. There you go. And also, that little boy told the truth. He's not the president. His dad is. Have a good day.
Damn, collective, y'all ruffling feathers today.
Tell me, what's the creepiest experience you ever had in your life?
Okay, so I'm going to preface this by saying, to anybody that doesn't know, I live inside of a cemetery. Like, I have to actually drive through the cemetery to get to my house. So that's weird and creepy enough as it is to a lot of people. And a lot of creepy shit happens here, whether it be homeless people or just shit that we see. But the one that took the complete cake, well, I've already told the story on it before, but I'm going to tell it again because I like that story. So I was in the house watching TV at about 3 o'clock in the morning, wide awake, could not sleep. Heard a giant crash outside, and I jumped up, looked out, didn't see shit. I'm like, oh my God. And about 20 minutes later, so I sit down and watch the TV again. So about 20 minutes later, sirens start getting closer and closer to the house, and I'm like, oh my God, dude, I bet that was a wreck. And I walked outside, and they just started showing up, the lights, everybody, 10 cop cars and firefighters and ambulance and everything, the whole 9 yards. So I threw my clothes on. I'm like, I'm going to walk up through the cemetery at 3 o'clock in the morning and see what's going on. It's like 8-year-old me would have kicked me in the balls, dude. It's like, what the f*** are you doing, dude? No. But I did it anyway. So I walked up there. I'm standing on top of the hill. Got my hood out. You know, I'm all wearing all black and shit. Got my hood up. And it was a bad wreck. We found out later that it was a head-on collision, and the drunk driver perished at the scene. But the girl that he hit didn't, and she was at the scene too. So, but it was bad. It was bad enough where I was like, I don't want to be any part of this at all. And I see the cop that kept looking up to the top of the hill, and I'm like, what's he looking at? He sees me, and he sees me just standing in the graveyard at 3 o'clock in the morning. I bet he's freaking. I was like, damn it, man. I gotta go. I gotta go back to the house. So I decided to leave, and I walked back to the house. But as soon as I turned around, I heard something fall out of the tree that I was standing right next to. And when I turned around, there was a honest to God person standing there. But I couldn't make out any shape, anything other than gray. And no, I wasn't drunk. But I wish I had been, because at least that would have explained it. So I immediately, my heart jumped up in my throat, and I just turned around and just beelined it towards my house. I didn't run. I didn't run, and I could still hear whatever it was behind me. I walked in a straight line towards the house. I got all the way to the house. I walked in the house, locked the door, walked right in the bedroom, got in bed with Amber, put the covers up over my head. I said, Amber. She said, what? I said, I think I seen a ghost. She's like, what? I said, I seen a ghost. She goes, where? I said, in the graveyard. She goes, what the hell were you doing in the graveyard? I was like, there was a wreck, and I told her the story, but that's the honest to God creepiest shit. That I have no idea what it was. Well, it's a ghost. It was a ghost. It was creepy.
Are they trying to hide the fact that the Earth could be hollow? This is easily one of the most plausible conspiracy theories of all time, because we've discovered systems that stretch for miles and miles and miles and have their own ecosystem. There's a whole world beneath us, and they might be keeping it a secret. Why, you might ask? Because they would have to rewrite all of our history. There's possibly species that they have claimed went extinct millions of years ago that are still around under these pockets of Earth. In 1947, Admiral Richard Byrd, a decorated naval officer, claims to have flown through a massive hole in Antarctica, and what he saw was mind-blowing. He described a beautiful, lush land filled with giant creatures and super advanced beings, all living in the hollow Earth, according to top-secret documents. A lot of people believe this is being covered up and the government classified his diary and other documents. Could this be explained why Antarctica is a no-fly zone and you can't go there? I mean, this theory to me is not that far-fetched. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. As always, thank you for watching. Until next time, and stay weird.
No, the scary thing is, whether they're in Antarctica, whether they in under pockets of Earth, in the hollow Earth, however you want to put it. I know I gotta be literal, because sometimes I'll get certain comments and people be like, you're wrong because you gotta say it like this. So I'm trying to be mindful of how everybody would want to word it to them. My only question is, and it's scary, to me, them things are gonna migrate and evolve if they're under Earth, if they're in hollow Earth. If they in Antarctica, they're gonna evolve, and there's gonna come to a point where whoever's stopping them from coming here or stopping us from going there, at some point in time, this is bound to happen. They're either gonna come where we at, or we gonna go where they're at, and the truth will come to light. So that whoever is controlling the truth right now, they ain't gonna be able to control it forever. That's just a fact, bro. That's just how it is. Everything changes. Everything has a start and everything has a finish. Everything has a birth and an expiration. That's how it goes. And that's how it's gonna go with that. So if that's true, that's just scary. So many times we've heard stories of shit like this. So, but yeah, y'all spam it up and let me know if that's a reach. Let me know.
So y'all in and out of New Orleans, y'all don't know what's going on? So y'all, I'm from New York, but my whole family's from the Caribbean. So I have a lot of friends and family that's in New Orleans because it's very similar cultures. So I see a lot of people talking about the vampires in New Orleans, and I'm kind of shocked that people don't know about this. Y'all ain't know there's vampires in New Orleans? So yes, there are vampires in the French Quarter, Bourbon Street. Be careful. Be careful. Be careful. So if you haven't watched all the other videos on TikTok, please do. Please go watch them. There's a reason why in the Quarter they don't play any bounce or, typical music that, you would hear in New Orleans. They're playing old school jazz and blues. That's what they like to hear. So be careful of those vampire bars and even those people that's playing in costume and role play. Some of them people is real. That's not a joke and that's not a game. Being that said, I see a lot of people talking about the New Orleans vampires. But what about the werewolf families? We ain't gonna talk about them? I don't want, New Orleans to come in my comments talking about I'm being too loud, but there's families of wolves, werewolves, shapeshifters. I'm confused why nobody talking about that. We obviously know there's witches. Everybody knows there's witches. Y'all starting to learn about the vampires and the vampire bars in Bourbon Street. But what about the werewolves? Who gonna start talking about that? I'm gonna leave the video right there. Y'all comment under. Let me know if you want me to do a part 2. But be careful if you're in New Orleans this year. Keep your eyes, your ears open, and especially don't be outside during witching hour if you're not about that life. Bye, y'all.
I was trying to see that tattoo on his hand. That looked like, spam it up what y'all think it looked like. I was trying to look.
Can I give you guys some undeniable proof that money is very spiritual? Very spiritual. The fellow behind me, do y'all know who this fellow is? This is BitBoy. As in BitBoy Crypto? He was literally the first content creator that grew a platform as big as YouTube itself when it came to cryptos, buying Lambos, shilling as all shillers do when it comes to crypto content creation. And honestly, let me just say this in preface, if you want to become a content creator, be careful being a financial one. That's all I'm going to say. But this is spiritual karmic right here. All the people, like, let's speak on his investment advice, but this guy was the height. I mean, people that are content creators now wanted to be this guy. Let me show you this video real quick.
Hello, I've been found in Target. There's no crypto here, and unfortunately, I've got all this stuff, so I didn't know what to do. I bought all this stuff, but they don't take crypto, and so I found this person, and I said, hey, do you know anything about crypto? And she said, yeah, and so I asked her if she'd pay for my stuff, so thank you.
Now, I'm just gonna say, bro, if you know the whole story, allegations, but this is why I say money is spiritual. You know, I just thought about even making this video. I'm not trying to slander his name or use him as an example of how your karmic will come at you no matter what. Because this guy was driving Lamborghinis, doing his thing. And I'm not going to talk about another man's financials, but be careful on what you do to people, especially in a mass following type of people. Because if you do them wrong and you do a mass following people wrong, listen, that will come back unto you. And everything you gained will be taken the same efficiency. Spiritually, man. All this shit holds vibration, even items. Learn from this guy, bro. Watch how you treat people. Be a service. Stop scamming people. You scammers, y'all gonna have y'all day. Peace to God.
This is the front page of whitehouse.gov at the moment. And this is the music that shows. But I didn't hear this. I heard something else. And I'm gonna fix it for you. And this is what I heard. Chapter 5.
I'm gonna have to go back and rehear that shit out again. Oh shit.
Okay. Let's dive into it. The consciousness matrix. The universe is composed of interacting energy fields, some at rest and some in motion. It is, in and of itself, one gigantic hologram of unbelievable complexity. So just touching upon some of the things we've talked about in the past couple of videos, the ideas of these interacting energy fields, some at rest, some are in motion, and the idea of the universe itself, this 3D reality that we live in, this 3D space-time, being some sort of hologram or simulation. The idea that it's artificial in some way, that be some kind of organic simulation or hologram, or whether that be some kind of computational simulation or hologram, just the idea that there is more to this 3D reality than it seems, right? According to the theories of Karl Pribram and David Bohm, the human mind is also a hologram which attunes itself to the universal hologram by the medium of energy exchange, thereby deducing meaning and achieving the state which we call consciousness. Basically saying that, your brain exists and is matter in this 3D reality as well, right? So the brain itself is a hologram, but it's a very special organ, a very special kind of hologram, in that it's also a very advanced kind of antenna, a very advanced kind of receiver that's able to receive consciousness, this energy exchange, where it's able to deduce the meaning of this 3D reality around us, right? The idea of consciousness being the projector and the observer. With respects to the states of expanded or altered consciousness, such as gateway uses, the process operates in the following way. As energy passes through various aspects of the universal hologram and is perceived by the electrostatic fields which comprise the human mind, the holographic images being conveyed are projected upon those electrostatic fields of the mind and are perceived or understood to the extent that the electrostatic field is operating at a frequency and amplitude that can harmonize with and therefore read the energy carrier wave pattern passing through it.
I ain't gonna lie. The clip before that, bro, somebody explain why that even happened. I really wasn't expecting that shit, but yeah, y'all let me know why that even happened, bro. That shit took me by total surprise. And that shit rarely happens. That's crazy. Apologize, man, but bear with me.
Hey, I don't know if y'all looking for something good on Netflix, but last night I ran across this new Netflix series called 0 Day. I'm on season 1, episode 6. This TV show so damn good, it's ridiculous. Please go watch this.
Is it a good watch? Let me know.
And when you really tap into who you are, your power, understanding the type of energy on who you are, your eyes gonna be open for real. I'm saying, folks, you never thought would ever switch up on you, cuz. And I'm not saying on a relationship standpoint. See, when I first became spiritual, I thought this shit was sweet. I'm going through life-threatening situations, traumatic events. Oh, and then I realized, oh, it's a reason for it. A black sheep, or I'm a chosen one. So now I'm going down that little road, you know, being privy to all the knowledge, want to seek in more information, building my connections in the spiritual community. Don't ever make this mistake. There are certain individuals who may have very well been used as a guide to become more privy to more information, some knowledge. They can see how powerful you are. They know who the your ass is before you even know who the you are. Will get you so far, but then lead you in the wrong direction. Who's this dude on TikTok? He got like 100,000 followers by now. I used to watch all his videos, cuz. And going down the line, he was posting Bobby Hemmings content. I'm like, who the dude is? Kept referring to this guy. I'm like, okay, let me watch his videos. Watched all of this shit, bro. Read all the damn books. Tap into all the articles. Tap into the ancient scribes, the architectures, the hieroglyphics. Tapped into all of it, bro. Then I came across this dude named Brother Panic. And he resonated with me a lot more because he's tapping into the energy that I am at my roots. I'm thinking like, why you ain't talking about this guy? And as soon as I started tapping into that energy myself and allowing that energy to run through me, accept it, make true sacrifices, real dedication. Here he comes. Yeah, I need to talk to you right quick, bro. Hey, don't tap into that magic right there. That's not they manipulated that word. And I started buying into this shit because I low-key looked up to his age. I took everything that he said into full consideration. But then I started making even more sacrifices because I felt like I was disconnected myself. I started becoming a lot more committed to it. So now I'm at a crossroad. And you know what the spirits did? They guided me to more individuals on that type of energy. I started watching a lot more of Brother Panic shit. I stood on business. I'm like, no, brother, maybe he confused or something. You know what he did? Hey, let me talk to you again. Mind you, the same dude that reposted a lot of my content, the same dude that was responsible of guiding me to Bobby Hemmings content, came back and said, hey, the spirits told me Bobby Hemmings sold us out. I'm like, what the f? And proceed to give fear-mongering tactics to me of trying to get you more involved into the physical and not become as more spiritual. And it clicked. Yeah, you got some folks who are double agents, but then you got other folks who talk shit on those double agents. You got triple agents, cuz. I want to see his page. It got deleted. I'm like, damn, that can't be true. Let me hit his ass up. Try to hit his ass up. He blocked me on there too. So I went to a different account. He blocked me. The folks out here that know who the f you are, and you can't see that, and they don't want you to know that. They're gonna use you for their own goals. Once you start tapping into your real energy, understanding it, this is some shit that been with you since a kid, nigga. You're gonna start to have these type of interactions. Been dealing with this shit for a while, but now I'm having a true understanding of what it is. You know how certain folks will stare at you. Now, I'm not saying all black folks. I'm not saying all white folks. Don't make this a race thing. Everybody dip their hand the fuck. It's a system, nigga. Once you show true dedication, committing real sacrifices to allow this energy to roam through you spiritually, you're going to come across these individuals where this staring is going to be actually an unspoken conversation. Staring at, nigga. But then they will look away. But what they're saying is, nigga, I know who you are. And I'm trying to see, do you know who you are? Oh, you don't just yet. Okay, I'm going to back off a little bit. But once you know, you're going to realize, oh, they know. Now that unspoken conversation is going to come about. It's like an aura battle. Like an energy battle. Like you're not wearing crystals no more. You don't got crosses around your neck. No, you got the real shit. You don't got the pictures displayed on your body. No, you got the real shit. To the point somebody can look at you and they can tell, oh, he in this shit for real. Now that interaction is going, oh, I know you, nigga. And they're gonna, oh, you know that I know. And I know that you know that you know. You in this shit for real now, cuz. They don't want you going to that path. Because this is the same shit that they be using on you. But once you start using it, you can use it on them. And they can no longer use it on you. They fear it because now you can start seeing your work on the news. You are no longer a bystander, cuz. You are directly involved in this shit. You ain't giving your energy out to bullshit, nonsense, fear-mongering tactics to reel your ass right back into the physical. No, you're retaining it. Then your ass become the observer from an unbiased standpoint. Once you done did that, understand who your energy is, cuz, at your roots. Ooh, this like deja vu. Now you can start moving your chess pieces. And that's the true agenda. They don't want you to do that.
I know exactly what he talking about. And like, in my life, in my experience, I know exactly who he talking about. And it's like, the double agents, bro. Not politically correct for me to name drop right now. I'm gonna let it fly. And it's like, you can really see who really about this shit and who really not about this shit. And I'm gonna let y'all mind go where it wanna go. But I don't give my energy to little boy shit. So yeah, if I got an issue, I'm gonna handle that shit when I see the person directly. Y'all get what I mean? But if I get that energy, it's like that person got super control over me. But I've came across some agents, and I know that it's an agent because of the way the shit going. It's like the way, you know, if you really been into some real shit, you know what's real shit, some real ignorant shit, and then you know when somebody just trying to pull your coat, or they just like, bruh, you don't really want that smoke. But yeah, I'm gonna let y'all mind run wherever y'all want it to run. Just spam up y'all opinions and thoughts, man. I'm curious to hear if y'all can attest to what he's saying. But I came across some agents too, especially since I started this damn channel.
Somebody's been lying, but we're about to get to the bottom of it. So this is random, but I heard someone say, educate yourself on your own opinion. Think about it. Wow, it's always the simple things that made a big impact for me. The bigger half of that quote was the idea of having my own opinion in a world where own opinions are a rare treasure. I think most people would love to consider their opinions to be their own, despite all of the point blank and subconscious influences in the world, despite all of the indoctrination. I need y'all to stick with me to the end. Indoctrination, according to dictionary.cambridge.org. Alright, indoctrination, noun, the process of repeating an idea or belief to someone until they accept it without criticism or question. A lot of our own opinions took 12 years to be created. Some were empowered with an extra 4 years or so of opinion building. When was the last time you had a thought that was your own thought? Do you remember when your individuality was cut to pieces? There's definitely been a planned attack on wisdom. Wisdom is so revolutionary that the Rockefeller Foundation donated over $180 million to the General Education Board. Rockefeller is also said to have made this famous quote in regards to this nation: "I don't want a nation of thinkers. I want a nation of workers." This statement should make it safe to assume that donation of $180 million didn't go into making you a genius. Better yet, it went into making you a mental slave. And if you've been following me long enough, then you already know. Education, now, 1530s, child rearing, also the training of animals. We don't need no education. Hey, peace and love.
This is for entertainment purposes only, of course. But, I think I've actually caught Project Blue Beam in action here. Or something else, but these orbs that everybody was seeing, they project images down to us, what we see. So that if you've seen the videos of them spraying the stuff, they spray the stuff and then the orb projects the image to make it look like an airplane or whatever they want, to make birds look like birds. But I think I'm the first one who has caught this, and I hope everybody passes this around and lets everybody see what's going on. But once again, for entertainment purposes only, this is only, imaginary. I have a lot of other great videos too I'm going to try to get out there. But this truly is super interesting. Stay safe, everyone.
I'm about to go inside. There's a Chick-fil-A down here in La Plata. Talk to this guy who was at the drive-thru. How you doing? Is the guy who was at the drive-thru who wrote monkeys on my receipt, is he available? Nobody can answer my question?
I'm sorry, sir, what was your question?
I asked them, they ignored me. I said, is the guy who wrote monkeys on my receipt, is he available? I want to talk to him.
No, sir, I can't have you speak to him right now.
Is he still here?
He's leaving.
Okay. I'm going to make sure that this video goes viral, but this is unacceptable.
Yes, sir, I agree.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that had to happen.
So I just want to make sure, I got you on camera too. So him putting down monkeys, would you feel offended by that?
Yes, I understand. Yes, I will.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So what's going to happen from here? Is he going to be terminated?
So I'm going to give you my store manager's,
Okay.
general manager's number. So
Okay.
you can give her-
I'll do that.
Thoughts and opinions on that? What y'all doing if that happens? Damn. Why the world gotta be like this, bro? Why? And that go for anything. I don't care what you look like. Why do anybody gotta deal with disrespect? Like, why we all just can't get along? Why we all just can't show some love? Like, why is that so hard? Even in the comments now, to the collective, anybody that vibrate high, this don't apply to you. I just want to know, to some of the people in the comments who be going off, like, if you're having a rough day, why don't you use this space, this channel, as a place to come and receive love and give love? You don't got to come here and show disrespect. So, like, because I've seen people do that. Why do to the people who feel like they gotta be disrespectful. I really want to know why y'all feel like y'all gotta be like that. Like, why y'all can't just let go of whatever y'all holding on to and just show some love and respect? Like, why we can't do that for one another? Why we gotta send insults? Why we gotta be rude to each other? That's my question. After seeing this, I just want to know why we can't get along. Why everybody can't get along. I don't care what you look like. I don't care your weight, size, color. I don't care. I want to know just why we can't just all become cool. The world would be safer. Think about the kids. Kids can have a place that's a lot safer. It's not. Is it more important to worry about what we want, or is it more important to worry about what's safer for the kids, for the youth? That's my question to y'all. Spam up y'all answers.
Y'all, this video crazy as f. You see Shorty right here turning up, acting like she's shooting a Glock. Well, shortly after this video, when her and her boyfriend went home, she unalived him. I think her boyfriend is the one recording, and look how she look at him. This is the girl that was in that video turning up, doing a little, like she had a Glock. And this is her boyfriend. Her name is Hannah Cobb. She's 28 years old. His name is Telvin Osborne, who was 30. So I don't know what happened at the club, but all I know is when they went home, she unalived him. So this happened in Burke County, Georgia on Sunday morning. She initially told the feds that they were drinking or whatever, and she went home to clean her Glock, and she accidentally shot him in the chest. So upon her cleaning the strap, she said it went off, firing, hitting him in the chest, and ultimately unalived him. So upon investigation, the feds was like, so you clinked the gun and it accidentally went off and hit him in the chest? How do that sound? You want me to believe that? I'm giving she was probably, I'm so sorry. You know how they do. But the feds wasn't buying it. They said, get your ass over here. They booked her on manslaughter charges. And as of right now, they still doing a further investigation on why this all went down. And I'm going to keep y'all updated. If you want to be updated, you already know what to do. Like this video, share this video, and make sure you follow.
It's a sad ass story, bro.
Somebody need to explain what was going on with Birdman while he was on the stage. They was having a Hot Boys reunion where everybody on the stage was rapping and shit. But Birdman, this man started malfunctioning. This man was looking like a glitch in the Matrix. Your man just had a sudden pause moment where he just started looking towards the ground, and you can faintly see him moving his head a little bit. So BG went over to check on him. He looked at him like, is this man all right? BG even started to tap him a little bit to see if he was good. He could have been off those Erkies, but I don't know. It looked like this man was malfunctioning to me. So y'all look at this video and y'all let me know what y'all think. Watch him, y'all. Look at him. Now watch BG come over and check on him like, this man good? Now I ain't lie. If I was any of them people on that stage, I'm not doing no reunion with this man. Y'all know what he did to all of them in that group. We can talk about that another time, but y'all let me know what y'all think about this video down below in the comments.
Your thoughts? He geeking or is he malfunctioning?
Okay, now we're gonna test the Arrowhead water, okay? Okay, barely any light at all. It's dead water, it has no electrical current. Let's try the Dasani. Nope, very dead. Let's try Essentia. Okay, this is supposed to be alkaline water. Nope, nothing. Now let's try Kangen water. Do you see what just happened, guys? This water is electrically charged. Okay, it's rich in antioxidants naturally. There's no additives added to the water. It is all created by an electrical process. It's called an electrolysis. Okay, let's go back.
Damn, he disappeared? Is that real?
People think that Diddy might get the death penalty. So you've probably heard by now that Diddy's lawyer, who's been paid millions of dollars for this, worked his whole career for a high-profile case like this, has quit. It's a huge red flag. His lawyer says the charges are too serious and he cannot continue on with this case. The day after Kash Patel got sworn in, he quit. Also, this lawyer represented Osama bin Laden. Forbes named him as one of the most influential people in history because of the crimes he committed. So the fact that he's dropping Diddy and that the severity of these charges are so extreme that the lawyer feels guilty by association. Even if he's getting paid, he doesn't want it. He's so shaken by this case that not even God would defend this person. It sounds like Diddy has done something that like surpasses war crimes. It's so bad. I've seen creators speculate that the other shoe is about to drop and that it could potentially involve this. I also keep seeing people say necromancy. I think it's a similar but different word. Cause y'all, wizardry is not illegal. But some people actually do believe it is this and not the other word. And that Diddy has been practicing witchcraft. And then they keep being like, Holly weird, Holly weird. We've heard a lot of weird stories about Hollywood, so have I. A lot of people think it's like biblical, spiritual stuff too. And the fact that his lawyer dropped it in like the middle of the chaos, he would have made millions. He would have made so much more money. So he had to have dropped it for a good reason. And charges just keep coming and coming and coming. But I saw a girl say that the reason why lawyers walk away is because the client can't pay, he could pay, or the lawyer knows the client is guilty, which he does, or because he can't handle the weight of the evidence. And at this point, we knew he was guilty day one. It was never looking good for him. So this lawyer who represented bin Laden must have been so deeply disturbed. I mean, Hollywood is a sinister, sinister place. And if this case isn't proof, I don't know what to tell you. But I don't work in legal. These are just speculations by the people, things that news sources are saying. I'm just reporting on it. I'm over here for more freaky stuff.
If it was witchcraft, or what they would consider, if they use the words witchcraft, magic, ritualistic, if they using words like that, in my opinion, Hollywood's gonna crumble. It's still gonna be some people who believe in Hollywood, but it's gonna be more people than not who starts to either come out and defend the truth, or it's gonna be some people who can see the truth and just don't rock with it. I could see that being the downfall of it. I could see it. Because I could see more people leaning towards, they're going to start seeing like, bro, why all these stories the same? But my other take with this is, if they talking about getting Diddy, like, give him, I can't say the first word, but penalty, the D penalty word, if you heard her, she said it. I feel like they're going to pull an Epstein with him. He going to end up something in his cell, and then, a van's going to come pick him up on the day that, that van doesn't normally come in, pick up nothing on this day, and then he's going to be found in his cell, and they're going to take him to an island or something. Probably to one of his old islands. I'm just coming up with stuff. Y'all know this for entertainment purposes. Let me know y'all thoughts.
Have you heard the eerie conspiracy theory about the music industry that your favorite artist is actually a fraud with no vocal talent and they have another singer who can actually sing, record their vocals for them? I think we're being lied to because if you pitch up Morgan Wallen's voice, it sounds exactly like Miley Cyrus. So he's also Hannah Montana and Ashley O. And if you pitch up one of the most famous male country singer of all time, Garth Brooks' vocals, it sounds like one of the most famous female country singers of all time. There's a lot of artists that this can be applied to that I made a video about in the past, but basically, the music industry will do anything to make a dollar, so they'll find someone with a profitable voice, pitch it up or down, and give it to someone who cannot sing, but has a profitable image and look that they can give that voice to make more money off of one voice. You're probably thinking, Patty, you're just a conspiracy theorist, but trust me, the other examples will convince you. Before I play what artist Carrie Underwood sounds like if you pitch her down, make sure you follow so you finally know the craziest conspiracy theories about each of these celebrities and requests you want to see next.
Now, some of those clips has actual music in it, so I will try to post it. If it works, y'all will see the clips with the music playing in there. If not, I'm gonna trim all the sounds where he compares both artists out. Y'all can go find Patty Pop Culture, that's his name, it's right there on the screen. Y'all can go find him and search the video yourself if y'all want to hear how he pitched how he pitched the vocals down and all that. But yeah, I could see this. It's like a yeah, definitely. That's something that they do. We know this. Like, we ain't gonna name drop certain artists, but hey, yo, we know this. That goes even with hip hop and rap too. They be having them ghostwriters, all types of little weird shit like that. But spam up if y'all love the country. Country music, bro, that's, I say in the last 2 years or so, that's been one of my favorite genres of music. One of them. Definitely country. Spam up how y'all feeling.
There's a theory that goes by, like, it's called the Younger Dryas impact theory. You ever heard that?
Younger Dryas impact theory?
You know how supposedly back then, like, all the civilizations that were advanced, more advanced than us, like that. So supposedly 12,000 years ago, meteors came down and destroyed everything. Bro, there's a giant crater underneath the ice in Antarctica. It's like 400 something miles across, and it hit like during the ice age, so that's what caused the flood. But I'm thinking in my mind, right, if it did happen to us, some of us are gonna live because we have apocalypse protocols going underground and shit like that. So imagine a society that's way more advanced than us. What is their safety protocol? I don't think they all died out.
Nah, peep this, bro. I think they were so advanced because the pyramids, all those stuff, because think about all the numbers and how well put together pyramids, all the wonders of the world.
I know, it's honestly perfect.
Think about everything, the Great Wall, everything, right? Now, think about maybe when the catastrophic event was gonna happen, they actually made it out. And they're the aliens that are monitoring us. So they're humans. Okay, yeah, meteor's about to hit. They went up into space.
And they're monitoring up top?
They're like, all right, we're gonna stay, because they're so advanced. They're so advanced. Now, we're looking at them as aliens, but really they were here first.
I think we talked about this.
So, are we just gonna ignore that the CIA has done experiments on our minds? Like, really, how powerful are we? There was testings of our minds on thousands of Americans. Astral projection, telekinesis, telepathy. Our minds can create split personalities. There was a report of a German woman who had never left Germany, who had split personalities, and she starts speaking fluent French out of nowhere. Could this woman have possibly connected to her past lives, where she was a French woman? In astral projection, you can travel through time. Do we fully understand what we're dreaming? Is it us traveling to different dimensions, different worlds while we're asleep? Do we really understand what we're capable of? Certain people can harness advanced brain power. Unexplained videos of people lifting rocks out of the ground. Movies of people having superpowers. Even in TV shows. People who have claimed to get money, whatever they want, through a mind trick called manifestation. Can this prove that we are multi-dimensional beings? Loud pitch ringing in our ears that are unexplainable. Is schizophrenia people's minds being disturbed by negative entities? Why does our brain cells look like the universe? We have to stop thinking that everything is physical. Some people feel that we actually don't have a soul. But according to CIA documents, there are so many things that our soul can do. So what do we really know about brain power? Just my thoughts though, so y'all stay dangerous.
A lot of great questions.
I'm scared.
We was let out of servitude slavery, 1865, but they never did any ceremony to induct us into citizenship. We're not citizens. We're not citizens.
Negroes need to stop saying
you see.
Stop using the term African American. There's no such thing. There's no such animal.
Yeah. So we're not citizens. Number one, also too, even Whoopi Goldberg said this, and she was right. When we bought the African American term, we cut out all of the Caribbean, all of South America, all of Latin America, all of Africa. And this is another way to reclassify you, you see what I'm saying, outside of power. So, right. So the concept here is when you say that, that's a political move that was put in by the government to break you down to this subclass, you see, and not be a world community.
Bruh, I'm walking on this boardwalk. There's just a little girl following me, but she don't got nobody with her. And ain't nobody around. The fuck?
Clearly call authorities. Fast.
Why would I need to be armed in the Appalachian
Okay, Josh, I'm about to answer the question that you really don't want the answer to. But this right here is where I live. This right here is the Appalachian Mountains. Let me show you why we stay out of the woods. This was caught on my parents' neighbor's trail cam that is set up over their deer feeder. And that's what you see, deer feeder, deer running away. But this, Josh, this is why you got those comments. What is that? Anybody want to tell me what that is? Let me zoom in for you. So yeah, that is why we stay out of the woods. That is why we do not go wandering around the woods at night alone. That is why we keep walking if we are out alone and something says our name. That right there is why we stay out of the Appalachian Mountains. I hope that helps, and sorry for the nightmares.
That shit is crazy out there, man.
These music executives were vacationing in Barbados, and they saw Rihanna and her friends on the beach and approached her, but she was a teenager, and she was able to leave Barbados with these grown white men to go to New York City, where they kept her in the room for 24 hours straight and signed her on the spot. It's hard for island girls to actually leave the island. So who paid money for this girl to leave?
He puts it like that, it kind of make me think about Allie Carter again when she's like, why are we sitting ducks when stuff like this happens every day all over the world? Sometimes we don't even see it, but we know what's going on. That shit's crazy to even think about, man. Like, that shit kind of could like make well, for me, it make my stomach hurt just thinking about it. Hurt my soul. Like, damn, again, back to the question, why the world just can't be good? Why we just can't have positive shit here, bro? All the way around. I know we got it at times in certain areas, certain people, certain groups, but it's like, why we just can't have that all the time, bro? Just positive shit. Get rid of this wickedness and this rudeness and this insults and the effed up shit in the world, bro. Like, let's just, why we can't get rid of all that? That's my question. Collective, spam that up, man. But y'all know we made it to the end of this, and if you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop them uploads. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos every smooth 7, and this is for entertainment purposes as well. And when you like and comment and subscribe to the channel, helps Collective grow, helps Collective get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content tap in with this content. But I ain't gonna hold you, man. I appreciate y'all. If you haven't subbed up, I wish you was smooth 7. Man, let me know y'all thoughts and opinions. But until I see y'all in the next one, y'all know what it is. We gone.
Ay, yeah, I just check my account. Sheesh, at the amount. You probably